Here's a 2nd and 5. Play action. Now Purdy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start the drive with Love here. A gain of 3, 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
On the play. And the Cardinals, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Love. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, here's Love. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
It's 4th down.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead running. Here's Love. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Cardinals had 0-3 here to begin the campaign, and you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll try the left side here with Love. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Trying to toss play to Love. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll look to throw here. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. They go play action here. Purdy. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now 3rd down and very long.
Brings up 3rd down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
And he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Able to get this one to McBride. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Shotgun now with Purdy. Evans has it left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Purdy off the play fake. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And this is caught by Evans. Now the Cardinals going to call another timeout, their second. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Look at the big man rumble. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Trey McBride in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Final play of the half. Purdy. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to submit it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
He finds his man, complete. That's Love. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They're going for it with the option right. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Little read option, the end result, the first down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, they've added variety to it. You know, the original way was you read the defensive end. If he crashes down, you pull it and you go. Now they may not even block.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Michael Williams. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll drop the throw. That's caught by Harrison, right side.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Harrison. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on their opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And out across midfield, down to the 45.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing here, Purdy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Purdy. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
It's 4th down.
Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Down the right sideline. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick six.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Will Johnson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now, and it's probably been there for a long time. but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
That one goes for 30 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
On first down, here's Love. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And this one too low.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Purdy from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got him in. The ball comes out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. James is not going to advance very far. They'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, again, the 4-yard line. Second and goal. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jordan Watkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here then. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's third down. Purdy now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And that is going to skip out of bounds, so a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. Here's first and goal. Purdy to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 4, and now it's second and goal. Here's Purdy to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal. Here's Purdy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. McCaffrey will try to run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the two, or I should say third and goal from the two.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee he's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. Very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jones. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Here's 1st down.
49er first down.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Cards, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with
before I hit the road, and it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me, and I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly, but the prettiest young thing I ever saw. And she was hot, well, nothing short of masterpiece. I said, oh, I need to know, yeah, is that your man? Yeah, 'cause if it isn't, so a song heart I wore when it came hard to breathe. Hit the focus to make sure I hit the notes. And let's palm and I won't blame you if you can't believe. But she began to flow. That's your man, hey, 'cause if it isn't, I'ma play my very best for you tonight. Now she say I'm a magician, and if you're ready, they want to take me home tonight.